Alrighty, so here's a quick tutorial on how to get your data from your cell culture images. So after you've downloaded ImageJ and the cell culture data template, you're going to want to open up one of your images. So you go here, and I have one ready to look at this evening. And so this is one of your images that you have. As you can see, this is a nuclear stain, and we've used the red secondary antibody. And so what you're going to want to do is use, especially for the nuclear stains, use the oval shape and kind of just outline the basic shape of one of the nuclei. And then taking your cursor, and you can drag the oval around, you want to hover over one of the nuclei and hit Command or Control M, and you'll get this second window that pops up with the area of the circle, the mean intensity, and these other data points as well, but this is the main one that you're going to use, the area and the mean intensity. And you need 20 of these measurements, and you want to get a representative sample. And you can drag this around. Oh. And sometimes that happens, and you have to start over, but for this case we won't have to do that today. So just get a representative sample, and you want to get 20 of these. You want to make sure you hit the bright ones and the not so bright ones, because you really want a good average. Alrighty, and so you're going to take these numbers and you're going to copy them and then paste them into your template here. And as you can see, the area and the mean density calculate together to form this value, the CDCF. And just for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to copy and paste these values into the second area for well A1. Obviously you would use a whole nother image, but for this sake we won't. And then after getting these signals, you want to get your control, which is going to be your background. So you want to hit M and get a representative sample of the background. This time you only need 10 measurements. Okay, and numbers 21 through 30 are my background measurements. You can see that the mean intensity is a lot less than it was before up here, where it's in the 6 to 10 range. Down here it's in the 1s mostly. So we're going to copy and paste that into our template. And again, for simplicity's sake, I'll put it into the second area, but again, you would use a different image for that. And then this calculates the well average intensity, and then that will go over here. And as you go down this template and fill in all of these values, they will all come up here. One thing that I've found helpful is to label which wells are what group. So if this group was control, and then this group was the experimental group, and you can label them like that all the way down to make your sorting of your data easier afterwards. And that's all there is to it. You can make different shapes with the ImageJ. You can make a rectangle shape and measure that way. You can actually draw freeform as well, if that works better for you. You can also measure things with lines, zoom in. Lots of fun things you can do with this. So play around with that, and that's the basics of cell culture data analysis. Thanks for listening.